boys, Champ Inc.
Boy Inc.
We're back at it again today, and today we're gonna do things a little bit different. We're not gonna be talking about football fantasy, but we are gonna be talking about news around the league and just our opinions on some of these things that are going on, and how other teams could benefit.
Certain players and certain things, owners actually just, resigning and all that. And that actually caught wind of it. So instead of doing the wide receivers and all that, we figured we'd do a little bit something different, so that way, you guys enjoy all the extra content that we're trying to give out there, you guys.
Yeah. And, like we said, there's a lot of news now. Football is just right around the corner.
Thank God.
So, and it sounds like Roger Goodell actually told teams that it's up to them what they really want to do.
Yes, sir.
So, if an owner wants to risk it for the biscuit, hey, open up the whole stadium.
Yeah, I mean, get that cheddar.
You have to, man. Or else how are you going to pay all these players?
Yeah, because if they don't, they're roughing an estimate about like $3 billion that they can lose if they don't open up stadiums or anything like that. So it's like,
yeah, and on top of that, I mean, it kind of sucks what COVID has done. That means a lot of people who rely on that money as well.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Just
stay safe, everybody.
People.
With that being said, stay safe. Wash your hands, keep your mouths covered, and all that. And the rest.
Simple hygienes, man.
Yeah.
Simple hygienes. Okay, so no more grieving. Let's talk about the first news that it's not breaking news, but it made headlines big time.
Yeah, and
Jamal Adams.
I love this. I would love to see him in Dallas, but there's a lot of teams vying for his services.
Oh yeah, big time.
And he would be the ball hawk that we need over there in the secondary over there in Dallas.
Yeah, big time.
But that's not the first place that, well, he wants to go to Dallas. He's a Texas boy. So let him come home. Let him come home.
Bring him home, Jerry.
Bring him home, Jerry. But what's the price?
That's
Second
the thing.
rounder?
No.
Third rounder?
I mean, he's barely into his fourth year.
But the boy got skills, man.
Yeah, he was drafted in the first round, right?
So
you could have his fifth round option if you trade him, or is that solely for the team that owns him?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
we got to figure that out.
Yeah. So if you're able to pick up his fifth year option, then I say you go for the trade. Because he like I said, we were talking about stats. He actually improved, man. Every year he allowed fewer and fewer yards. Like his longest yard that he allowed in his rookie season, and this once again this is rookie, was 61. That's a bomb. The next year it was 38. You want to know what the last year was?
I'm gonna throw a wild guess and say 12.
0.
Nobody wants to throw his way, huh?
Nobody wants to throw his way.
I like that.
Exactly, and he played 16 games.
I like that.
So
you can come to Dallas anytime.
I mean,
$3.99. I'll take him.
Right. So, and when he blitzes, man, or when he's lined up, his stats are good, man. He has 10 tackles for loss in his first year, 9 and 9 for the second and third year.
So he's staying consistent.
Yeah, he's very consistent. So in tackling and in zone coverage, because I think they run zone over there in New York, right?
So looking at Adams' options and everything that he's looking at. Certain teams that are looking at him for his services.
Yeah.
The main one that he already said it. He wants to come to Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
But there's also other schemes and other places that he can play in. He can ball out in.
Yeah, he can really thrive. I mean, Adams is, what do you say? I think he's like top 3 safety.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he could flourish anywhere.
Yeah. Other teams like Philadelphia have asked, does he fit? He probably does. He can do some damage. I hate the Eagles. I wouldn't see him. I would hate to see him in that green, that shitty green. Hell yeah. Forget that noise. I don't even want to think about that because then I'm going to want to drop kick your camera.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so.
He's going to make life hell for the Dak attack. That's
yeah,
for sure.
he would definitely make life a living hell over there.
And that would
the
be,
NFC East.
And if Dallas was to actually trade for him, I think that would be really good because you guys just got CeeDee Lamb. And Dak, I mean, Dak can throw bombs. But I think Adams would really put that offense to the test because I mean you guys already have a good core, but but Dallas just doesn't have a secondary that you fear.
Yeah, Dallas, if anything, they would be probably giving up a number 1 for next year, and knowing me, I don't want that to begin. I don't want to lose that number 1 next year. What if we're poop? What if Dallas is trash?
What ifs? I mean,
And then-
you don't necessarily have to trade next year's.
And then
You could sweeten the pot and
Of
say
course.
we'll give a second next year and we'll give you a first and a second the following year.
because I want to keep that number one because you already know who I want.
Sunshine. That's that. Yeah. So I mean, and we're looking at the other teams that he requested. You got the Niners, you got the Hawks, you got and the Texans.
And the Ravens. And it seems like the rich are just getting richer right there. If he goes to San Francisco, if he goes to Seattle, those defenses will come back again. That San Francisco defense is already just it's a monster already. So it's like,
especially with that pass rushing unit.
it doesn't matter. You just insert. It's like you're just inserting your little play cheat code over there in San Fran. So he would flourish there.
Yeah.
He would work in that system.
I'm gonna go with the Hawks, man. I think he would ball out in Seattle.
That's another good fit for him right
Yeah.
there in Seattle. Seattle, they've always had for quite some time now, ever since the Legion of Boom. Their defense has still been all right, man.
Yeah.
I thought once they broke up the Legion of Boom that was it.
No, I thought once Cam retired, when Chancellor said I'm done, I was like, that's it for the Seahawks.
No,
but
they
the heart and soul of that team is Wagner. And then it's crazy because who's a no name on that pass rushing unit, and they still they for some reason they still managed to be top 10, top 15 defense, and that's pretty impressive. Not having big names over there.
Well, they had Jadeveon Clowney, but he wanted to get paid, and Seattle's probably going to let him walk. That's a smart idea, to let him walk,
Yeah.
and try to test out the free agency market. I mean, wherever he goes, he's going to get overpaid, but Seattle's doing what they think is best.
Yeah.
And that defense, like I said, they're
Yeah. In my opinion, I think Clowney isn't worth top dollar. I could see a debate if you want to put him in your top 5. I could see that. But, bro, he's been too injury prone. He is good for you for half the season for sure. But after that, you don't know what you're going to get. You could get him for 2 games, and he gets injured for the next one. You know? So I don't think he's worth top money. I think he maybe you could go for top 10 pay, but definitely not top 5.
sort of how I think about Dak's pay.
I mean, I'm in agreement with with the Dak. I said the first year, like before, this year started coming up, I think Dak, honestly, he should be getting paid at least $25 million.
Tops, that's it.
Yeah, he shouldn't go for the 30 because Dak is that leader that Dallas needs, but there's just something about the guy that doesn't speak, I want it. Doesn't speak clutch. It's weird. I don't know. You know how
we talked about this last time, and you saw my little rant.
Yeah.
All that. I don't want to get mad at people again.
So, but back to Jamal Adams. I honestly, to be honest with you, I don't even. The Ravens aren't a scary defense, man.
They got Earl Thomas over there, though.
I mean,
anybody with Earl Thomas already just sounds scary, dude.
I mean, Earl.
I kind of wish he came over to Dallas too.
Earl's cool. I mean, he's cool. I don't even see him like as a scary threat anymore. He's getting up there,
but he's still producing.
Yeah,
as long as you produce in the NFL, look at Tom Brady.
That's true. Yeah,
look at Drew Brees.
I mean, I think like if we're talking about who's the best team that Adams can go to,
best fit
is the Niners. Best
team that he can go to. Yeah, that's already a contender.
After that, I would say it's the Seahawks, and then after that, it's basically Eagles is the last one. So he could either go to the Texans.
That's
Cowboys,
a bad
Bears.
word. The Eagles is a bad word right now.
Oh shoot.
So I agree with you with San Fran.
Yeah,
I would just flip probably Seattle in front of Buffalo. I would put Baltimore in front of Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just don't.
I would love to see him in Dallas. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
him having that star in that helmet would be perfect for us.
Yeah,
and like I said, it'd be that ball hawk that we need over there in our secondary to actually help us out.
I would say that if you guys were to get Adams, and I know there's probably like a diamond in the rough corner out there because some of these corners, like, they come to their own, and they're mostly like late draft picks or free agents. Name a number one corner that has been out there, like, that was drafted from round 1 to 2. There really isn't a lot.
The defensive side and all that. I've never really boasted too much about looking at more of the defensive players. Defense always never sounded as sexy as it's been nowadays, as opposed to like always everybody's always looking out for that number one offensive player. They're always looking for that high octane powerhouse. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think defense. That's the reason why
Charles Woodson was a good one. Daryl
yeah.
Reeves when he was in his prime. I mean, I don't know what round he was drafted in.
Yeah, but
I think Charles Woodson was probably one of the few that was actually drafted
exactly
in the first round.
Because every year you're able to find that linebacker, that pass rusher.
But the whole diamond in the rough, you can find that with any player.
Oh yeah.
You got Terrell Davis that was drafted in the 6th round. And you got Tom Brady that was drafted in the 6th round, you know.
Yeah, I think
you got Doug Flutie that would, came from the Canadian League.
Yeah, I think the new head coach for the Dallas Cowboys is not going to play biased, which I think Jason Garrett had a little bit of problem with, He was too vanilla. So
Jason Garrett should stick to what he knows, and that's being an offensive coordinator. That's it.
Yeah.
He should not get another shot at being a coach ever again.
Ever
again. He should not be on the sidelines clapping as a head coach ever. Period.
Yeah.
Exclamation point on that one.
Do you think you guys would have kept Byron Jones had you known that Adams possibly wanted to go play for Dallas?
No. Byron Jones wanted to get paid.
Yeah.
We needed him to get out. Speaking on Byron Jones, I did actually messed up last week's conversation where I was trying to say Jalen Smith, but I brought up Byron Jones' name, so it's just an FYI. I fucked up, so you guys caught me.
Yeah, I think he just misses Byron Jones a lot.
I'm actually kind of glad he got paid. He did his thing. He was decent.
When I saw him play against Denver, because I got obviously watching that game, he didn't really scream elite paid to me. He screamed like maybe
I'm okay.
Second string. Yeah,
he's more of
a third string. He needs someone to compliment him. That's why I was thinking if Adams was actually able to play from the nickel set,
everybody wanted to get paid, and in Dallas, you just paid DeMarcus Lawrence right there.
Yeah,
you had to pay Amari Cooper. You had to pay Dak. You had to pay Zeke.
You have to pay Dak.
And
they haven't paid him yet.
Well, you know what I mean. But it's like Byron Jones wanted to also be part of that,
Yeah.
And everybody's trying to get fed over there. So,
yeah, I mean,
Van Der Esch is coming up real soon.
Like since your center retired, that frees up the cap, right? I think he played out his guarantee, no?
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
He's done.
So you guys got a little wiggle room in there.
We got a little wiggle room, but what wiggle room can they actually have with Dak trying to go over 40? Like, Dak really is gonna push the cap on us, and Dallas isn't gonna have any money left over for the cap or to play with anything.
Why don't you guys try and maybe Dallas should try and trade for Rosen?
We already got Andy Dalton as a backup.
That's right.
I got the red rifle. So me personally, I hope Andy Dalton gets a shot.
You know what? Dak is cool and all, and then this is the thing that I don't really like about the NFL is that quarterbacks are too catered.
It's the sexiest position in all of football, in all of sports.
I mean, it is, but I think what the NFL should definitely do is do their own thing with quarterbacks, because quarterbacks always, and I mean always, bro, break a team for the most part, and they're not even like elite.
That's true. No, that's true.
They're not even elite type.
That's true.
It's not like you're paying like an Aaron Donald. You know what you're gonna get. A dominant pass rusher. And then for quarterbacks, it's like, hey, I'm having a hot season on my last year. Get me paid. Like Joe Flacco won the Super Bowl. What did he do after that?
He got paid.
He got paid, and he became dog dookie. And that's the truth, man. And
Yeah.
like, he's such a statue. When I saw him play for Denver, bro, it irritated me so much, man. He had was it a 4-step drop back?
I love that.
I'm like,
I laughed every time he did that.
bro, you've been in the league for so long and you still take 4 steps? I'm like, of course you're gonna get sacked all the time, man. You just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. Whatever, man. Anyways, back to Adams.
Basically, we gave all the spots that he would be fit. My dark horse, though, if he actually would go to some another team outside of the ones that we said, dark horse, Kansas City. Once again, the rich get richer.
I mean, but Kansas just paid Chris Jones, no? So they really don't I mean, if they were to get Adams, they would only have him for that year.
That's all you want. You want another ring, don't you?
If you
can
want,
go back to back.
I mean, if you're willing
But then also,
if you're willing to give up a first round pick, because we all know that that's what it's going to take. It's going to take
that's basically what's going to be. You got to give up that number 1.
And
if you give up a 1,
yeah,
New York's going to let him go.
And
right away.
This is what I have to say about nowadays. If this draft, because this draft had a lot of talent, let's not lie. If this draft, the players prove to be dominant, next year's player is just going to be the same thing, because they're just getting better and better in college.
This is true. They are getting better and better in college. But then again, once you step into the NFL, we always find out the NFL's it's miles above what college is.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying, like, it's a risk. Because if this year all the players, because I mean, from number 1 to 32, bro, all across the board, it was all nothing but talent that got drafted. So, but I mean, let's see. I mean, I wouldn't even mind, like I said, giving a first round pick, but I just wouldn't give it up for next year.
No,
I'd give it up for the year after that.
Next year already, we already know what's going down.
Yeah,
we know what's going down.
So that's what I'm saying. For me, I would honestly, if I was one of these teams, I would definitely say, like, I'll give you a second round. Do you want do you want a player, and we'll give you a first round next year.
A second rounder would be a good place to start.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
So I mean, Casey has a lot that they could give up, and that would be nasty, actually. I mean, the Honey Badger, I don't really think he's like, as people make him out to be, all hot. But
he got the chip now.
He has
along with your boy. Who was that dude that you said?
Oh, dude, Calvin Benjamin, bro. How does he have a ring, bro? Jeez, bro. I wish I could do that. I wish I could just sit on the bench and be like, hey, Mahomes, just go get me that ring, man.
A lot of players do that, but hey, that's just how it goes in business, dude.
Jeez. But it's Calvin Benjamin. Okay, anyways. Dang it. All right, so do we have anything that... Dang it, I'm pissed now, man.
Go ahead. Let it out.
No, let's just skip on to the next subject. Freaking Calvin Benjamin, man. The bummest wide receiver to come out of the freaking... I don't even know what draft it is, bro. Like... Dude, you're like, what was he, like 6'4", 6'3", and he could not win. He couldn't win anything. Like, oh, okay.
What else?
No, he's just a bum. And then his attitude is pissy, bro. Because I remember seeing a video where Cam Newton actually tried to make amends with him, and homeboy was like, I'm just gonna walk away. And Cam's like, hey, bro, come over here. And he's like, I don't want to talk to you. I'm just like, bro, grow up, man. You're a grown man acting like a spoiled brat.
Well, the NFL
you ain't even that good.
NFL is also filled with wide receiver divas.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
That's why I like Cortland Sutton. I mean, he's kind of a diva. You can see it. He admitted it himself. But, even Amari Cooper, I don't think he's a diva. I think he's kind of a diva. But
as long as you keep catching.
Yeah.
As long as you keep catching that ball, that's all that matters. Get paid.
So, once again, I hope Jamal, though, gets what he wants. I hope. I don't know if Dallas is willing to give up,
a number 1, no.
A little bit of the farm.
Well, we'll see we'll see how things are progressing in the summertime a
Yeah,
little bit more.
because it was actually reported that this one, bro, Adam Gase is just an organization killer. Let me just say that, man. Adam Gase sucks. Like, why do you guys keep hiring the man? You know, I don't know why. Like, dude, he blatantly said I wouldn't have given Le'Veon Bell the money. Like, he disrespected Le'Veon Bell. You think
You
you
gotta put
would?
some respect on that name.
You think you're gonna want to play?
You gotta put some respect on that name with
Exactly.
Le'Veon Bell.
And I mean, what have you? Like I said, what has Gase done? What did he do to Miami? He didn't do a dang thing. Like, Peyton Manning made him look so good, and then now he's like glorified, and he should just go back to being an OC. You know, I don't think he deserves. He just doesn't. Yeah, freaking.
Speaking of people like that, about not knowing stuff about that, you heard about Sheila Ford?
Oh,
Martha Ford
yeah,
actually giving up the reins over there in Detroit.
yeah, and I mean,
Sheila Ford, her daughter, she's giving up the reins to her.
the fact that it's gonna stay within the family though has me kind of concerned.
Mhm.
Because obviously I don't know how like her mom raised her in football,
Right.
so maybe the bad habits could carry on.
Could be.
But once again, for Detroit fans out there, Lions fans, this is gonna be another growing pain process because Patricia isn't her boy.
Matt
So-
Patricia, Matt Patricia wasn't. I don't think he was ready to be a coach over there.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
like as you found out, a couple of your players are saying they left and they said Matt Patricia wasn't our boy. He doesn't know how to raise it. And Patricia comes from the New England system, right?
yeah,
He thinks that he can try to replicate what Bill Belichick taught him, or try to replicate what he had in New England.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Apparently, it doesn't work here, buddy.
Yeah.
Try a different approach. You can't go off in there and just start talking smack about players like that, about their manhood and all that. Like,
yeah.
you're going to lose your players like that. And so, hopefully, with the new management coming in and replace Martha Ford, we'll be able to, hopefully turn that franchise around.
Yeah.
Because Detroit, you guys have suffered a lot, man. You guys were out there and you guys had a winless season. Come on, man. There's no way that should have happened to y'all. No way.
Wasn't it with Megatron too?
With Megatron there.
Jeez, I feel, man, Megatron, my dude, man.
So it's like, and then you got Barry Sanders retired because you guys didn't want to trade him or let him go. So it's like, I feel for Detroit. I feel for Detroit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and it's been like that since I think the Lions came. That's what I'm saying. Like the Ford family, I don't know if they carry on the same regimen. Hopefully the daughter, obviously being from a newer generation, seeing things from a different perspective,
Could actually change things up.
hopefully she can change things up. And then same with Patricia. Like the thing about Patricia is he doesn't have an identity yet. And what I mean by that is when you are a free agent or you are a college student and you hear the New England Patriots are going to draft you, you know how that system is. You know the identity. You know that Belichick is nitty and gritty.
Do your job.
Do your job.
Plain
Exactly.
and simple. Do your job.
But Patricia came in as a new head coach, no identity.
He tried to come in as a hard ass,
But that's what I'm
it
saying.
backfired right away. You went and played your cards the wrong way with certain players.
Yeah,
You messed up. You lost your squad.
exactly.
Time to go back to the drawing board and fucking see what else you can come up with because
Yeah.
that ain't working.
From a leadership standpoint, Patricia, I think this will be his last year because once again,
It should be his last year.
This isn't her boy.
Should be his last year.
So, but should he turn it around?
He's not.
I know, but the one thing I think I would maybe a piece of advice. I mean, I don't own any team, so whatever. Screw it. Screw my opinion. But I think Patricia has to put his pride aside, sit down with everybody, and just say the truth. The truth is better, and believe me, a lot of players would respect that more. To where Patricia could be like, I messed up, I effed up. This is on me. We have new management, new owners, and he should definitely hear out his players because once again, they don't have an identity, and I don't even know what their scheme is, bro. When I think of Detroit, all I think about is Stafford. Yeah, that's all I think about, and I think about deep balls. I don't think about their defense. I don't think about if they're a zone, if they're a man, if they're a hybrid. I don't see them as a run team. There's nothing there.
Speaking of Stafford, do they have any kind of backup plan to him?
No. No.
That could be something, a trade rumor or something that,
I still a lot of people keep saying that Rosen is a bust, but I think someone should honestly just take one last chance on him. What is a 7th rounder? I'm pretty sure you could get it for a 7th rounder because he's not gonna do nothing in Miami. Now you have Minka. I mean, not Minka. You have Fitzmagic, and you have Tua
Tagovailoa.
You have no. Okay, so
I'm sorry, I butchered the name right there on that one.
I'm not even gonna say this.
Yeah, you'll butcher it as bad as I did.
Yeah, so I think one, you can wait it out, and Miami is definitely gonna cut him or put him on a practice squad, and once you're on a practice squad, go claim him. But I like I said, I honestly think someone should take a chance on Rosen, a decent team, because the Lions have a decent team.
They're okay.
I mean, a decent. Once again, I think they're below average. They're not even on that average stage, but I think that situation would be better than an Arizona situation with that O-line and getting sacked 50 times. And that's the thing that pisses me off that nobody understands. Rosen was sacked about 50 times, bro.
No, yeah. But, like I always go back to Dallas as a great way of, how to build through the system. You build through your O-line first.
Oh, yeah.
And I get it. Some teams want to build a really high-octane offense, and other teams want to build a powerhouse defense. It's just what do you want to build? What do you want to say? Yeah. What do you want as your statement?
Yeah, you have to start from front to back. Yeah. That's definitely true.
So also with like Rosen being out there trying to be thrown a shot, there's a couple other people out there that are trying to vouches for shots out back. And as we keep hearing lately, your boy Kaepernick's back in the news.
But we're gonna take a quick break before we talk about Kaepernick.
See you guys in a few.
Peace. What up, dudes?
So we're back, dudes.
Yeah. So before I cut off Ink, we were gonna get into
Colin Kaepernick.
So
he's back in the news, and it seems like a lot of teams now are starting to take more consideration into him. I think it's mainly more been the Chargers. They're talking to him more as an emergency quarterback.
Yeah.
But I could actually see him better than Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod
he was good for what he was.
He's okay.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, he's better put in Richard Sherman terms. He's mediocre. Mediocre.
Yeah.
I don't think he should be in the NFL.
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick, he deserves to have his shot right there. He has good receivers right there, and Keenan Allen right there.
Mm-hmm.
And he has Austin Eckler right there, and he can scramble around. I mean, I can see him playing there.
I mean, the thing about Kaepernick is I think he was a first-read quarterback, and his legs saved him a lot.
That's true.
He wasn't very accurate in the pocket, and that's the thing. Like
he played. From what I've seen, he liked playing out of the pistol, and that's more of like a college spread type of offense.
And that's what I'm saying. Like with college nowadays, this is the good thing about Sunshine because he's able to stay in that pocket.
I love that.
So that's a really good thing. Has he played a lot from under center? Clemson.
I gotta see the tape on him.
Yeah, that's another thing.
I'm just impressed by his arm.
Yeah, that's another thing.
He's a winner.
Day. Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
You're the real deal.
Dude,
you're a winner.
Like that man has no fear.
Come to Dallas. We'll give you everything you want in Dallas.
He'll even give you his cheeks.
No. I already saw that one coming. I already knew.
All right.
Going
back to Kaepernick. Or are we calling this a Clappernick? Just clapped you?
Well, you clapped on me on that one. That's for damn sure. I'll get you back. Don't even trip.
Yeah, right. So, but I think, like you said, I think that would be very good because once again, when we saw Eckler play last year, when we talked about our running backs in fantasy, he was racking them up when he was in. This is why I kind of
They made Melvin Gordon now irrelevant. And basically,
he had to come back.
Melvin Gordon now had no leverage over San Diego or L.A., the Chargers, because of Eckler. Eckler stepped up, and he was producing just as much, if not as good as Gordon was. And
I think he was actually better. I'm being honest.
I do too.
The thing about Gordon is that he was a bruiser.
Yeah.
But he's not like elite bruiser. He's not Derrick Henry elite bruiser.
We'll see what he does. We'll see what he does when he's over there in Denver.
Hey, I hope it's good, man.
I do too.
I hope. I honestly want Gordon to be A1. I'm not saying
Speaking of Denver and all that, would Cap also be a good fit over there?
No.
You guys got that young kid Locke over there.
Yeah, we got Locke. I don't think we don't need Kaepernick over there. I mean, we needed him. What was that? Somebody was speeding. We needed Kaepernick when we had the Case Keenum crisis, when we had all this crisis. But the thing was that Elway wanted him, but not for franchise quarterback money.
Yeah.
But Kaepernick didn't want to take that. And a lot of people say, oh, that's just PR. That was just Denver. No, genuinely, John Elway did not know how to pick his quarterbacks. So he was just looking
Other than Peyton Manning.
It's Peyton freaking Manning. So
he got what he wanted, got the ring, and that's all he needed him for.
Exactly. And that's the thing that I like. John Elway has just now started coming into that better GM role. It took him 4 years after Manning's gone, and he genuinely wanted Kaepernick. They even had a meeting together.
Are they is John Elway gonna be out there on the floor and grooming Locke? Is that the thing? Because
and it's, being a Denver fan and being into the Denver news, Locke is actually his own guy. He does ask advice from Elway from the interviews that I've seen, but he also stays in touch with Peyton Manning a lot.
That's good.
Eli, and I think he maybe said Eli, but for sure Archie Manning, the father of Peyton and Eli, they've definitely also been talking. And I think the injury was a blessing to Locke because he started training virtual, and maybe this is what a lot of quarterbacks should do, or maybe young quarterbacks in the back could play a lot of virtual. And that's what he did, and then you were able to see that he won, out of his 5 games, he won 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Surprising. I thought with the Texans game, I thought that was going to be a low-scoring game, and he just completely balled out. And that was, like I said, I'm still not.
Sounds sort of like what Tim Tebow did for a little while. He was winning
games.
No,
but Tebow, you see, was more mobile. Tebow was more mobile.
And Tebow also won you guys a playoff game.
He did. So that's the thing.
And you guys just threw him out.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the first 16 games to be over.
Tebow's trash. No, don't get me wrong. I was just trying to play devil's advocate. Tebow's trash.
No, so I'm just waiting for his official rookie season to be over. Because I think once you play 16 games, your rookie season is out. I'm not talking about first year, second year. I'm talking about your first 16 games. They got tape on you, analyze you. Can you adapt? You get me?
True.
So, once again, I don't think we need Kaepernick because, once again, with all that's going on, obviously I don't want to get into a political standpoint, but I think it would be a little bit too much if you got a new guy that's still there trying to adapt. Maybe if it was like a seasoned vet, then you could bring along Kaepernick.
What other places you think might be a good fit for Kaepernick if he does get that shot coming back outside
for sure out of
the Chargers?
The Chargers.
I never really thought about that because it's just, all I kept hearing Chargers and Kaepernick, Chargers and Kaepernick. Would he go back home in San Francisco?
I mean, if you're looking for a backer, bro. I mean, after
I also heard Seattle thought about having him up there.
They actually did, but once again, the thing about Cap is that he wanted top money, bro. You cannot have top money.
Well, now he ain't going to get no top money.
You can get top money. Like, if we're talking about statistical standpoint, and you look at Kaepernick, he declined after that Super Bowl run drastically. Now, we can blame the coaching staff, the Kelly. But once again, like, he just statistically kept sucking.
Like,
so
We'll see. Maybe the system. We
Well,
got to.
yeah.
Where can he go?
Maybe.
And this is just
you
me,
know what?
and this is just me spitballing ideas out there. This
Yeah.
is just me spitballing literally on the spot. I'm gonna put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
What if Bill Belichick gave him a call? Anybody and everybody thinks that Bill Belichick can always save somebody. Belichick, that dude can coach. Can he save him? Probably can. Will he fit the system? Probably not.
I don't think that would. You know what?
But I just like throwing out New England out there because Tom Brady's no longer there, and they need a quarterback stat.
Yeah, I think
Stidham. What do we know about him? We really don't have much to really go off of, but Bill Belichick's really high on Stidham.
I honestly think, and this is just something that I've been thinking about, Rosen definitely should go. I know I've been saying Rosen should get a shot everywhere, but I genuinely think he should go to New England.
Belichick would probably make sure he would grow right.
Because once again, Kaepernick is there's his play style is no longer like it just has evolved so much.
Right.
So I mean, when Kaepernick came out, he was possibly like one of the first quarterbacks to be like that run outside the pocket throw, you know?
Yeah, Vic that did that. Yeah, Randall Cunningham. It's just
I
know what you mean. It's like they're starting to evolve it and become more better and better
like,
every year.
Yeah, like you look at Lamar Jackson, like he does.
Who? I don't want to talk about him.
He does.
I'm still a little upset. I'm just probably salty about fantasy.
Yeah, he's done like way much more than Kaepernick has, you know, with his legs, and Lamar's actually able to stay in the pocket and throw some dimes from there. I'm starting to think, but you know what? People pointing it out. I'm just thinking Lamar Jackson is in clutch in playoffs, man.
He's just barely getting started. We'll see how that goes.
Hey, if he doesn't do anything this upcoming, because they're gonna make the playoffs, but if he doesn't do nothing this playoffs, bro, we're talking about a Dan Marino.
What if? Well, it's sort of like the what was it? The AFC. The AFC East, the one that New England's in.
Yeah.
Okay. Like you're going back to that. Who's coming out of that division? Everybody knew forever New England was always coming out of it. Now that Tom Brady's not there.
I mean,
now Buffalo owns that.
Because who's in that division?
Buffalo,
Miami,
New England, Miami, and
what are we forgetting about?
Jets.
The Jets. I think, like you're saying, you're spitballing. He should maybe go to the Jets. Darnold is cool and all, bro.
They do need a receiver up there. They signed Brashard Perriman, and they also got Jamison Crowder up there.
Bro.
Jamison Crowder and Brashard Perriman do not scare anybody.
The Jets...
The Jets do not scare anybody.
We just go back to Adam Gase, bro. He sucks. And I'm going to keep preaching that.
There's a thing. There's a while back where I'll find that clip and I'll give it to you. And if you want to share that clip out to everybody else, where they were screaming. You know how the Jets, their little chant, Jets, Jets, right?
Yeah.
That's a little chant and all that. Well, one of the guys that was when they were drafting, that dude straight out said the Jets. Jets. Like, dude, I couldn't
Jet
stop
this?
Jet this, yeah.
Jet this?
I'll give you that clip, and if you want, you can post it up online and let everybody know what to do.
We'll see what's up. Yeah. But once again, I just think the best fit for Kaepernick, and I would also like to see him in Cleveland.
With Mayfield?
Because I don't think Mayfield is a real deal. I'm calling it as it is. Mayfield is all hype, was all gassed up. I don't think he's a real deal.
We'll see.
If he once again, this year is going to show a lot from a lot of players.
This is true.
This is his third year, and bro, if you can't do nothing with Odell, if you can't do nothing with Jarvis Landry, these guys are not getting any younger, and you can't do nothing with your stud running back Chubb. And they're thinking about Kareem Hunt possibly transitioning to wide receiver. Even then, wide receiver / running back. If you can't do nothing, bro, from then, I'm sorry, but you won't do nothing with anything.
That's true.
So
we'll see. I don't think. Yeah, it could be.
So once again, I think this year is definitely going to show a lot of colors from a lot of players. Once again, like Murray, if he balls out once again with all the receivers he has, then he's the real deal.
Speaking of receivers and transitioning over from Kaepernick about coming back to the league, there's another high profile wide receiver. He just got threw out his name to try to get reinstated, and I don't know. I feel some type of way of him, but Josh Gordon.
He said hi. Emphasize the high.
That boy stays high than a motherfucking kite.
I think, dude, Gordon was a beast even when he was in Seattle.
That boy can play.
Yeah, he's
that
just
dude
a natural
is
talent.
A freaking savage on the field.
I think Seattle should try and get him back.
Any other team can go out for him.
Yeah, that's true. But who would?
Seattle's a good fit. San Fran needs always wide receiver, but they won't put up with that nonsense, would they?
No, I think if Belichick is willing to swallow his pride and actually freaking get players.
I know Jerry Jones is also always high on players that are like always
misfits.
Really rugged, really misfits and all that type of. Why do you think we created that 90s dynasty like that?
Yeah.
We had nothing but misfits, miscreants, and all that.
Dude, if he was to go to Dallas once again, and if Dak doesn't do squat with him, with that trio, if that was to be the case, Dak, you don't deserve that money at all. I will retract my 25 mil to 18 mil. Back to the old days.
I've been saying the same thing over and over again, and I think I'm going to be proven right about that. But we'll see like things go.
Yeah.
Like I said. But yeah, Josh Gordon can go Seattle. I can see that happening.
He could go anywhere.
Can I go Dallas? I can see that happening too.
Or
this is just me now. I just pulled this out of my ass right now.
Mm-hmm.
What if Pittsburgh comes a calling? You got Juju Smith-Schuster on one side, and you put Gordon on the other side.
Dang, bro.
Can Ben Roethlisberger, Big Cheeseburger, actually use them right?
Yeah.
That would be
deadly.
That'd be dynamic, actually.
That'd be so deadly because Juju is one of the best route runners.
Juju's he overtook AB over there.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of respect for Juju. And
yeah.
that's me swallowing some of my pride because I hate any kind of product that comes out of SC.
Yeah.
So Juju, and I can see Josh Gordon over there.
Yeah, and they don't give Juju his credit because he really doesn't have anybody to help him.
They tried to show Juju no respect.
Yeah,
I think Smith-Schuster, you need to show that kid some respect.
And once again, I don't know if they still have the receivers coach over there in Pittsburgh.
Mike Tomlin won't put up with that crap.
I mean, he dealt with AB.
Yeah, he dealt with AB's diva shit. But he knows, like, when it comes time to produce, either you produce or get the hell out.
Yeah, and that's
Josh Gordon has been proven time and time again. He's ready to produce.
Yeah, he can produce. The only thing that was holding him back was a little bit of the wacky tobacco.
And that's not even that bad.
No, it's not. And I'm glad Roger Goodell finally said we'll do testing at this certain date, and they gave him the date so to clean up. And after that, it's like, obviously they're saying that you can't smoke it, but they say that they're not going to test you anymore.
Damn, dude. So, I just literally thought about that. That's a dream. That would be like...
That would be a fantasy.
That.
Because, once again, Ben hasn't had that duo, once again, since AB has started his...
Little shenanigans.
Yeah. So,
we'd be talking about AB in a few. Best believe that.
Oh, yeah. So, I think, dude, Gordon, once again, he's one of the... Like, we'll go back to Jamal. He's definitely a guy that is super good to have. Whatever team he goes to. Doesn't matter. So you could put him in any team, and I think Gordon will ball out because I didn't even think he was going to do that good in Seattle, but he did.
He came to play.
So that's what I'm saying. If Wilson can use him, and once again with that offense, it's kind of he's such a good quarterback, but that offense is kind of weird sometimes.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what they are, but Wilson just like pops out with whatever he can. So once again, I think Gordon could go anywhere and definitely be that A2, not A1, but I think he could be the A2.
Eventually, he can become an A1.
Yeah. How old
I can
is he? He's not that old, is he? He's like 28, 27. I'll look it up right now.
Look it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So speaking about players like that, also there's also players on certain teams that you went and overdid it on certain position players.
He's 29.
Josh Gordon, 29.
Yeah. Not even that old.
You got 5-6 years with him.
Yeah.
You can definitely use that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. 4 years easy. And he's 6'3"? Come on, man.
But yeah, going back to what I was saying, certain players that they're adding too much depth to certain players that are starting to become now maybe not as relevant as much. The one player that stuck out to me the most, Cameron Brate. That dude did decent, was doing good.
Yeah, explain to
He balled out.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but explain to the people who he is, because even I didn't know who he was.
Cameron Brate is the tight end for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
There you go. Hey, yo.
And so he had one good season where he was balling out because OJ, yeah. So they were sharing the rock back and forth. You know, they were sharing time. Now that they got Gronkowski over there, who's gonna take part? Who's gonna share the rock with Gronk? Is Gronk gonna eat all day, every day? Or he's going to set the table up and just let other people also feast? Knowing from what I've seen, Gronk ain't going to want to give up that table. He wants to eat.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to let Juice eat. You ain't going to want to let Brate eat. You got 3 tight ends. You really need that many?
Yeah, and looking at his stats, bro, he, in his total career, he has 27 touchdowns. But, like you said, in 2016, he had 8 touchdowns. And in 17, 6, 18, 6, 19, 4. But, his average yardage, bro, is 8+. Like, 8.5 and above.
He almost got a first down every time he touches a rock.
Basically, man. Like, he is that security blanket. Legit, you know? So, who would you say, then, that he would go to?
And just like what he did over there with New England, Gronk coming over from New England, why not send Brate up there? You can get some value out of him. Get a second rounder. Get a third rounder.
Yeah, I think he'll go for a third and fourth.
Who else needs a tight end? You got, Carolina, after they lost Greg Olsen?
Yeah.
Green Bay? Who did they, after Jimmy Graham left?
Green Bay has the same effect that Seattle has. They cannot find a dang tight end to save their lives. It could land on their laps and they'd be like, eh.
They get, once again, I'm going to recite a word from somebody else. Green Bay gets mediocre. I'm going to repeat that again. Mediocre tight ends, other than Jimmy Graham. But Jimmy Graham also, he was never the same after he left with Drew Brees. Nowhere near the same. He wasn't producing anything of what he was doing.
Because wasn't Graham in the Saints, because the Saints offense is like a vertical / short routes, and I think that's where he thrived the most, and other teams try to use him as a deep threat and out routes.
Yeah, and he wasn't, I don't think he was being used the right way.
Yeah.
And so
I think his play was short, and then he'll kill you over the top. And Rodgers, like I said, once again, before he had LaFleur, they were like a deep, just bomb the ball.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that, like I said, if Jesus loved any team, it's got to be Green Bay Packers, because fucking Aaron Rodgers, Hail Marys were always answered. I hated that shit. Hated it.
That is true.
But no, also another team, probably, Washington could probably use Cameron Brate, since, Jordan Reed just became a free agent as well. I mean, and then what is it?
Like I said, Seattle could pick him up, put him side by side with Greg Olsen. Once again, they want to
just to learn a little bit more from him.
Exactly.
I can see that happening.
And since once again Seattle's trying to get that run game going, also, what better way? And once again, because Wilson is so dominant in that bootleg, if you got a receiver who can get open from 8 yards and above, that bootleg would be deadly.
So just spitballing out there ideas just with that. Saw that and it kind of interests me a little bit. Hopefully, Bray gets an opportunity to get out there. I mean, he can thrive. It's just you got to give him the right opportunity. And now with Gronk there, with O.J. Howard there, he's not going to get that opportunity, and he's going to want to eat. I would let him. You got to let the boy eat. You got to let him prove it.
Yeah.
And me, realistically, I'd probably keep Braid over O.J. Howard. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see how things go.
I mean, when it comes to the NFL, there's a lot of pride in there. If you have your first round pick or anything like that, they're always going to get, the special treatment. And that's dumb in my opinion. But what do I know? I don't have an NFL team, so.
Speaking about dumb NFL teams or anything like that, we're going to go back to now the dumb player.
Jeez.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Antonio Brown.
Antonio.
Everybody's always going to get on that subject with Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Me personally, Antonio Brown, your shenanigans and all that shit that you try to do. Sorry, bro. You don't deserve to be in any locker room like that. Once you're in a locker room like that, you can't have that shit happening, dude. I know you like to dance and do all your little stupid shenanigans and all that crap, and you can produce, but dude, tone that shit down. You're a man.
Yeah.
Go out there and produce. Keep all that. If you want to do it, keep it privately. Go out there and do something privately because this is starting to hurt you. You're starting to hurt your paper, dude. I mean, I know you've been paid and all that, but dude, it's starting to hurt your paper, bro.
Yeah.
You complain about this. You complain about that. You complain about everything, No, dude. Not everybody. Look in the mirror. Learn a lesson from everything that's been going on because you're an amazing receiver. Amazing receiver.
Yeah.
Once in a type generation player that I see in you. You can produce. You just need to learn to tone it down or keep your mouth shut when you don't need to be talking. But I do hope you come back into NFL and you do produce. I know you will produce in any kind of system.
Yeah, can you imagine if, once again, if that accusation of I think it was like sexual assault or something when he was in New England, if that didn't take par, Brady could have actually gone far. Because that core, they had AB, they had Josh, they had Edelman, and I don't like this guy. And once again, this is why you shouldn't go vegan, because for some reason you seem to drop drastically. Demaryius Thomas.
I like the fact of what AB did to the Raiders, though. That made me laugh all day and every day, twice on Sunday.
Oh, it's so satisfying.
I was funny to see. Exactly.
Who?
It was so great to see how he signed with Oakland, was all about the black hole and all that. They were calling the AB to DC connection and all that and so forth. And they were getting ready with the AC/DC songs and all that. And all of a sudden just... What happened? What happened?
I think nobody wants to play for Gruden. I don't know, man. I think Oakland should have never gotten rid of Jack Del Rio. He produced a playoff run. Derek Carr was hurt that year. And then you fire him the next year? And you replace him with Chucky?
Chucky has a track record of being a winner, but here's where Chucky really threw me off. You threw me off when you got rid of the Mac attack.
Did you? The next game, what did he say? He's like, we lost because we didn't have any rushers.
Exactly.
Bro, you got rid of your best pass rusher the last week. Of course you're not going to have it.
How you expect to win when you have that happen?
I'm sorry, bro. Yeah. That was just so funny.
I mean, granted, you got a first-rounder back and all that, but you were willing to tank everything.
Dude, I'm sorry. That was so funny. I don't know what he was thinking. I know a couple Raiders fans, and they just had the biggest facepalm of their life.
I was in the same boat. I've had a lot of Raider fans that were doing that, and I was just loving life, just seeing them like that. Because then you don't get to hear none of the whole "just win, baby" or "we're going to the Super Bowl." But that's all Raider fans. We're going to, just like Dallas fans. I don't know why they keep saying we're going to the Super Bowl. No, Dallas, you're not going to the Super Bowl every year.
No.
Period.
No team. I mean,
Okay.
you got to be realistic.
I'm a Dallas fan, and I never say that. Especially with Dak. Are we going to the Super Bowl? No. Not with Dak.
Yeah, I start off with the division. I'm like, dang, we could possibly take second in the division. And after that, it's kind of like, it's a treat, you know?
Exactly.
It's a treat. You know, if you make the playoffs, you're like, okay, we may have a shot.
So
But,
who can use AB services?
once again, man, we have so much, like, it's not like back in the days where there was only a grid full of talent, you know? And what I mean by that is a lot of players could fit in systems.
Mm-hmm.
So AB, he did not lose a step when he held out on Pittsburgh and moved over to New England. He balled out. And once again, he did not lose a step when he went over to the Raiders.
Well,
So
he couldn't lose a step if he never played for that team.
Oh, that's right. He didn't even get to play. Did he even play it down?
Nope.
He said, "You pay me now."
You pay me now, and I don't play.
I don't. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I have a couple of friends that are gonna hear this, and they know. They just know.
I don't care. I'm glad they are. That's what you get for even betting everything on AB.
Oh, dude, that's so. Yeah, I'm just not even getting. But
So AB could probably fit in one system. I could see him.
dude, you know where I would
can
love
see-
to see AB?
Where at?
New Orleans.
He'd be a good fit next to Michael Thomas.
New Orleans and Jared Cook. That's their tight end, right? Jared.
And Jared Cook's their
Jared
tight
Cook.
end.
And then
He's not gonna be number. He doesn't want to play second fiddle though, because Michael Thomas is a better name than you right now.
Yeah, I mean,
And Drew Brees ain't gonna play that shit.
I think AB though maybe is finally realizing that he wants to win a ring. Maybe once again, I don't know the man personally. I don't know what he's up to, but if he solely is focused on getting a ring, you need to go with one of the top quarterbacks because there is no way are you going to go to Tampa Bay. There's too much over there. So
They're sending Tampa.
So what's one of the next best teams? Once again, you could go back to that was just Gordon. Seattle. I would love to see AB in New Orleans because you got Breeze, you got the leader there, and then obviously you got Michael Thomas. I'm pretty sure they'll vibe over there, you know. But if we were to see him in Seattle, think about that. You have Lockett on one side, DK Metcalf, not the best route runner, okay, but he is definitely I'm gonna grab the ball. You know, he uses his body.
Size.
Yeah. You put AB into that mix, and you got Greg Olsen.
That can happen. That can be a deadly combo.
Who are you gonna guard? Lockett, which once again, a lot of it's funny now they're starting to give Lockett some credit,
And they still double team him, and he still finds a way to get open. Because that kid, he's fast.
He's not even that tall, right? He's like
not
5'10". He's like 5'10", something like that.
Not tall, but he's fast.
Yeah.
And that kid, Lockett plays with a lot of heart.
Yeah.
He goes out there and he gets the job done.
His toes,
Yeah.
his feet, that work is amazing.
That feet work is incredible. The field vision that he has is next to no.
Yeah. So
those catches that he's made to actually come clutch for his squad.
Yeah, and I think he would be a good fit with once again Seattle and New Orleans because both the quarterbacks, they're both Christians, and two, with that goes alongside they have that patience. You know, they have that like, okay, I know where you're coming from. You know, and we can kind of deal with it. You know, and Pete Carroll also he's dealt with Richard Sherman, he's dealt with Earl Thomas, he's dealt with Cam Chancellor, he's dealt with Marshawn Lynch,
he's dealt with certain type of different characters, should I say?
Yeah,
or different vibes from different people.
Yeah, so I think Pete Carroll will be able to handle that. Also, Peyton, he's gonna call you out when he needs to call you out. Sean Payton. He's that kind of coach. And then he has kind of a swagger to him. Champagne. Let's not lie. He has a swagger to him.
He has a swagger,
He dishes the talk a little bit here and there.
Does. He
You know what
does.
I'm saying?
I remember when there was talks of him being the top candidate to replace Garrett a long time ago as the Dallas coach. I wish it would have happened too.
You could have had Breeze.
No, not Breeze, but
No, he brought over Breeze, bro.
But anyways,
so once again, I think those are my top 2 teams that I would love to see him in.
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
The other teams I could see him in. What if he played next with his cousin, Hollywood Brown,
in Baltimore?
I can see that happening. I know he's expressed some concern or some interest in that.
I mean,
I could see it happening.
I could see it happening, but once again, Lamar Jackson is the whole package, and Mark Andrews got lost in the shuffle midway.
So you throw him into that mix. It gives an opportunity to also him to help Hollywood Brown grow too.
Yeah.
So I mean, you take the goods with the bads and everything right there,
Yeah.
And it takes some of the pressure away also from Mark Andrews as well. Takes a lot of the pressure away from Mark Ingram. You open up the holes now more for him. Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of things you can take into consideration with that.
Yeah.
The other team that I could see him also playing is San Francisco. That team with Deebo Samuels over there, emerging as a wide receiver, he can definitely teach him.
Yeah.
They just picked up they picked up a wide receiver in the draft right now. That kid got the long arms. You can teach him a lot of good things over there.
Yeah.
I mean, I
can
see it happening.
Yeah.
It's just, do I trust Garoppolo as a quarterback?
No. Do I trust Shanahan as a coach?
That too.
I don't. I think because
28-3.
20-10. Because Garoppolo actually balled out with New England, so there's something there. But is there something with the Shanahan? Because that defensive coordinator, I think he's the one that's running the defense. I don't know his name, but he was one of the top runners for the head coaching position of the Cleveland Browns. So that side of the ball is fine, but the offense, there's something going on there with Shanahan.
Will it click?
Yeah.
Will he fit?
I don't think so.
Not only that.
I don't think so because Shanahan is still a baby in a sense as a head coach.
The other thing you got to also think about, knowing AB and is being diva ass right now, he wants to get paid again. Who's willing to max him out or meet his need? And that's
Seattle.
where
I think Seattle has the cap.
And this is that's where my whole little rant started first is you want that money, go earn it first. Don't go and asking for it. After whatever had just happened, all that crap that you went through.
Yeah.
You don't need that kind of money. You need to go out there and now put your foot in the ground and be like, okay, this is who I'm going to be. This is what I'm bringing to the table. I can produce the numbers.
Yeah.
Produce those numbers and keep those antics to yourself because that's what got you in trouble. You think you're larger than life? No, you're not. You're definitely replaceable. Look what happened.
Juju. Yeah, and then once again, I that's why I said he needs to go to a quarterback that has that leadership. So I think, once again, the best fits would be Seattle, New Orleans, because I could also see him going to Buffalo. Like, if we're just throwing out, like, teams that he would improve.
He was rumored to go to Buffalo for a little while.
Yeah, Buffalo. And we just talked about how the Jets need a...
Oh, sorry.
But the Jets, they need a receiver out there. So if he wants to go for paper, you got the Jets. You got Buffalo because they still have Allen in his rookie contract, so they can flex that a little bit. You got Miami.
Miami will give him everything.
That's what I'm saying. Miami, if you want to go for,
but he's not going to win in Miami.
No, and once again, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want the paper, I'm spitballing teams out here that have the cap space to pay you. Now, those teams, they don't really. The only team I think that sounds pretty luxurious is Buffalo, but I don't see Buffalo winning a chip anytime soon. I see them going deep into the playoffs. I see them winning the division.
But after that, I don't see him going further than that. And I agree with you on that one.
So, like I said, I think if you want that chip, bro, Breeze may want to ride off into the sunset.
That could happen.
Go to New Orleans.
Go to Seattle.
Or go to Seattle, where Wilson is not getting any younger, but that man is deadly accurate.
He's aging like fine wine.
He is, man. Like, he runs less and throws more now. And, just the tight spirals he throws to Lockett, Metcalf. Like, Wilson, that's what I'm saying. He's one of the best
Wilson
quarterbacks.
magic.
Yeah, he's one of the best. Oh, man. It sucks. We're getting older, we never think we're going to find, stars to watch like that. And just enjoy the moment. That's what I'm definitely going to say when it comes to these players.
So these were just 5 little topics off certain players that we were looking at, or 5 little trade rumors, or occasions or things that are happening around in the NFL right now, especially with Martha Ford just stepping down and giving out everything. Yeah. But just, little things that we're throwing out there, But next time we do our next podcast, best believe we'll have the wide receivers on deck for y'all, because I know everybody's waiting on that.
Yeah, we gave you like a glimpse of, the wide receivers that are out there, the one tight end, possibly the quarterback coming back, Kaepernick. Nothing against the guy, but you have to prove.
You got a lot to prove.
You got a lot to prove. You've been out of the league for long, and when you were in the league for your last couple of years, you were pretty bad.
Doo-doo.
Trash, bro.
Mediocre.
Backup, whoever is white boy. That was trash too for San Francisco. So yeah, a lot to prove for all these players. A lot to prove for new management from the Lions, and once again, Lions fans, don't expect any quick results. Martha just stepped down.
I'll keep you guys in my prayers. I'm hoping for you guys, Detroit, to stand up.
Yeah, and then once again,
keep your head held up.
It's crazy because the one same player that I think we've named on this list is one the tight end, and two Josh Gordon. Mm-hmm. Everybody else is kind of like, you got to prove yourself. Yeah. You really do. You really do got to prove yourself a lot. Yeah. We're in a league where it requires results.
That's how it's always going.
That's how it is, man. And so, guys, thank you for tuning in for our podcast episode. I know this was
number
different.
3. This was a different episode for you guys, but like I said, we're throwing out different content for you, and hopefully, like anything you guys want to hear, anything like that, believe me, we want to hear it from you guys. You guys, the feedback that you've given us to us, we've appreciated everything. Really we're taking on, and just keep it coming, man. We appreciate the love, and we'll show the love, man. So don't worry, man. We'll be sticking around here with you guys for quite some time. Yeah. That being said, it's your boy Champ, it's your boy Ink, F'n Dudez. We'll see you guys soon.
Peace.